Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Scorpio, how are you doing this weekend? I hope you're well. I am throwing these on a weekend, but of course I am reading for the week ahead. So whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, or next year, could resonate with you for the week ahead. It is a general reading. Keep that in mind. We are going to throw down some of these oracles first, and we're going to get some overall energy for the week ahead, and then we're going to hit it up with some tarot and see what else we can give you in terms of a little more specific energy. Let's find out what's going on for you. Any topic here. Scorpio, welcome. If you're brand new, if you've never been here before, I hope you'll stay. And if you are the one that keeps coming back, thanks for the thumbs up and the way you've been loving on the channel. I appreciate you. There is going to be an extended. I will tell you about how to find the extended at the end of this reel. Tell me about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio, we have make your dreams real. I feel like there is something here that you are thinking about creating. It feels like it's a really big task. So it feels like maybe you have a dream of, I'm just going to say, maybe you have a dream of building your own business or starting something online or starting an e-commerce business. I feel like there's something here that's quite intricate that is going to end up to be quite beautiful. And you are being urged to make your dreams real. We do have card number 56, which is an 11, right? Which is an auspicious number, right? 11 is the prime number. And we do have 11, right? It breaks down to 2. So I feel like whatever you're planning on doing, you're being urged to make the dream real, because I feel like it works out well for you, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of work. I'm just saying. But you know, if there's anybody who's strategic and planning, it's you. We do have watching the clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. You know, some of our best ideas or inspirations come when we're actually in a state of rest, not a state of moving or going. And so that'd be like in the shower, just before bed, or you know, maybe in the backyard in a hammock, right? So I feel like you're this inspiration, or how to intricately build whatever it is that you want to build. Look, maybe it's a family, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a business, maybe it's a career. But I feel like your best ideas or inspirations will come to you while you are watching the clouds, and possibly while you're alone. We do also on this little table see books and a cup of tea. So it might be when you're sort of enjoying alone time as well. One more card. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. Tell me more about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And we have moving on. So this might be what is holding you back. Because, and I mean, this happens a lot. It happened a lot in my life, and when I speak to people on a daily basis as I'm doing this work, it's the same thing over and over again. Yes, I want to do that, but what about the kids? Yes, I want to do that, but what about my spouse? My spouse doesn't want me to take the leap of faith, doesn't want me to spend time away from the family to build this intricate plan or this dream that I've had for years. And so I hear the same thing over and over again. You're being asked to move on from that. And I don't mean move on from your family or move on from your relationship. I mean that you need to not worry about the noise that's around you, and you need to be focused on whatever it is that you feel like you're here to do, whatever it is that you feel like you're here to intricately build. We've got, oh, wasn't that interesting? The Panther Spirit says reclaim your power. So it does feel like somebody who is allowing themselves to be held back by the opinions of others. Maybe someone's saying that's too much of a risk, or you can't do that, or you don't have enough talent, or it's already saturated, right? All the things that I heard before I got online and started reading. So I feel like card number 44 tells me, look, you've just got to take charge. 4s are the number of the Emperor, but they're also the number of stability, or making something really stable. So I feel as long as you're strategic and stable in your planning. Also 44 is an 8, and that's all about putting in the hard work, which I think it's going to be, because I feel like whatever you want to build might be a little bit complicated or complex, and but first you must reclaim your power and get your eye on the prize here. I feel like you really need to figure out what it is that you want to do, because there's you know, only one thing that people usually complain about when they're on their deathbed, and that's woulda, shoulda, coulda. I could have done that. I would have. I should have. And so whatever this intricacy is, whatever you're building here, whether maybe it's a relationship with a child, maybe it's a relationship with somebody in the family, maybe you don't have a relationship and you want one. We do have miracles. It says, expect the wondrous to emerge. Look, you can sit here and wish as much as you want, right? This person has got a lamp. They're rubbing the lamp, they're waiting for the genie to pop out and give them 3 wishes. But it says expect the wonders to emerge, but you've got to do more than just sit and wish. You've really got to put the hard work in, right? Bottom of the deck here, we have memories of love. So I feel like it is something that we're talking about, whatever it is that you want to build, whatever it feels like is insurmountable to build. Because look, when we look at the web of the spider, we just can't imagine how long it took, because it's so intricate and beautiful. No 2 webs are alike. And the memories of love tell me that it's something that you already know, that it's something that's so innate that it's been bothering you and saying, since the beginning of time, it's been telling you, look, you've got to birth this or create it. I feel like it is something that is in your mind, and I feel like it's coming back round. I feel like it keeps coming back round to you, Scorpio, telling you, okay, we're here, are you ready yet? And when you're not ready, it goes and it comes back round again, because you can't outrun whatever is for you. You might need some help. It could be partnerships and alliances are necessary. We have suffering in silence. It really does feel like you are possibly in a spiritual union for some of you, maybe a love union for some of you. And I feel like for some of you, you feel like the partner that you're with is not going to help but hinder, but tell you not to do it possibly. And maybe that's only for some of you, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. Let's talk about tarot. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what else Scorpio needs to know, please. What else do we need to know about Scorpio in the week ahead? Tell me about Scorpio. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. We've got the 4 of Swords in reverse. The Star and the Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. We do have the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The Page of Pentacles is in the reverse, and so is the 4 of Swords. And so I feel like you keep going back and forth on this, is what it feels like. It feels like it's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of time, possibly a lot of time away from whatever you would usually do. The 4 of Swords being in the reverse tells me that it might make you feel a little bit destabilized, I want to say, like feeling like you've got to separate your time or be really careful with your time. It feels like, though, that it's time for you to stop thinking about it and start doing it. The 4 of Swords in the reverse tells me it's time for reconnection. So I feel like it's time for reconnection to this dream that you want to make real, that you want to bring into the Pentacle world. But I'm just going to say the 2 Pentacles we've got here, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, are both in the reverse. So it does feel like you're allowing a situation, a person, whatever it is, to talk you out of it, or maybe you're putting things ahead of you, right? That wouldn't be unlike you. We've got the 4 of Cups and the Star. So I feel like right now you're in a place that's really comfortable. You're like, look, I don't want to make waves. My life is comfortable the way it's going. Work is good. Relationships good. Like everything's good. And if I throw this into the mix, if I really do put my dream on the front burner and put something else on the back burner, I feel like it's probably going to ruffle feathers, I'm going to say. 10 of Swords is in the reverse. I feel like you don't want to argue. You don't want to fight. You want everything to be out in the open. You want people to know what you're doing. Like, I feel like you want to be honest with the people in your life who you may have to remove yourself from parts of what they're doing. Like maybe you decide that maybe you and your spouse belong to 4 different teams, and you decide you're going to pull out of 2 of those so you can make your dreams become a reality here. The 10 of Swords being in the reverse, it feels like you have a bit of a worry that maybe something might come to an end or be disrupted, or there might start to be, somebody might start to be sort of upset with you, silent treatment. The Ace of Pentacles being in the reverses tell me that's why you have not yet put in the time, the energy, all of the time and energy that you need to put into this, you have not, because I feel like the Ten of Swords being in the reverse is a worrying point for you. I don't want this to come to an end. I don't want anybody in my life to feel like they've been betrayed by me because I'm starting to do things for me instead of doing things for them. It feels like that you're worried that people might see you as selfish. They might see you as somebody who no longer cares about them only because you're beginning to care about you. So be careful. It's a slippery slope, right? When you keep putting people in front of you, then things start to decline in the wrong way for you. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like somebody has talked you out of this, or you don't really think this is a great idea anymore. But I think that the Four of Swords in the reverse is telling me you're ready to reconnect to this. I'm ready to reconnect to this and find out if this is the thing that I really have to do in this life, or is this just a fleeting idea? I don't think it's a fleeting idea. We do have the Six of Swords, right? Moving on, Six of Swords, and we have Four of Swords. That's 10 swords, which is in the upright. Look, I feel like, like I said, it's a slippery slope. I feel like you're not moving forward or taking care of your own dream or building toward your own dream because you are worried that other people are going to see you as selfish. I think you need to just reclaim your power, step into it, and let people react to you as they will. I'm not telling you to abandon your family or your friends or your relationships. I'm telling you, you got to put yourself on the front burner because, look, when you come back here the next time, you're not going to remember any of this. You got to go for it. We've got the Death card. Transformation needs to happen here. There's something here that needs to end so something else can begin. And I think it's your hesitation. I feel like you need to stop listening to the outside influences, Scorpio, and start thinking about you. Eight of Pentacles. I kind of love that. That works out really great. So the Eight of Pentacles is about the self. And it's also about putting the hard work in. So putting the hard work in on the self. And I'm just going to say, look, we've got synchronicities, right? We've got a spider here. We've got a spider here. And it's all about being, really being very specific about what your plans are, being the subject matter expert, I'm going to say. I feel like you already have all that information, though, because of this. I feel like you already know what you want to do. It feels like you've been strategically planning it in your head for years and years. You just haven't made the blueprints, or you just haven't built it, or whatever it is. So the Eight of Pentacles tells me that you've been working on something in your mind for a very, very long time. With the Four of Cups here, it feels like you haven't taken any action on it, though. It's only been a dream for you up till now, but I feel like the Star in the Eight of Pentacles is saying, look, live the manifestation, live the dream, do what it is that you know that you're here to do. It's important for all of us to do that. Tell me about the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles being in the reverse. We do have the Page of Wands again telling me Page of Wands is showing up in the reverse, and then we have the Empress. So it feels like this Page of Wands in the reverse tells me that you definitely have not been taking action. With the Empress here, though, look, this is everything you have to lose. Feminine or masculine, I feel like this journey of whatever you're supposed to build while you're here is going to lead you to this energy of the Empress. I feel like, you know, the Empress is wisdom, right? The Empress and the Emperor are both wisdom. And because they have this particular Empress has all the wisdom of all the queens. It's somebody who's lived a little bit longer. I would say that you're probably a little bit older and you have a little bit more wisdom, but you don't have all of the wisdom, I'm going to say. But I feel like this opportunity or whatever you're going to build, I feel like is going to lead you to this Empress energy, which I feel is where you want to be, because the Empress is somebody who's stable and sturdy and grounded, who has quite good health, somebody who is kind, compassionate, loving, sort of a little bit psychic or kind of empathic, somebody who is independent and fiery and goes after their dreams and their passions. And so and the Queen of Swords, right? The one who's liberating themselves and standing up and saying, no, I got to do this for myself. So I feel like that's when the wondrous emerges. It feels like when you reclaim your power, you can expect the wondrous to emerge, but you need to catch it while it comes back round again here. All right. What are we going to look at here before we go? Tell me about moving on. What's this? Tell me about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the Hermit energy, we've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Seven of Swords. They're all in reverse. And you know what? I was holding this in the reverse, but when things happen like this in a reading, they happen that way for a reason. And so I'm taking them all as they are. The Hermit in reverse is an indication that you need to bring whatever it is from this place where you've been thinking about it, going over it. You know, it's Virgo energy, right? That's the self-audit. Am I good enough? Do I have enough? Am I enough? And we've got the King of Wands in the reverse, not taking action because maybe you have a little bit of doubt about what you can bring to the table, or that maybe you might try it, put a lot of money, time, and energy and effort into it, and then it won't work out. Got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And so the Seven of Swords in the reverse is telling me that there is something that is going to emerge here. And it is idea-based. It feels like it is in the mind, but it also feels like you're going to reveal something, or something will be revealed to you. What is this? We've got the World. That it's time for you to close an old chapter. And I think the old chapter you're supposed to close is the chapter of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe those people need my attention more. Maybe those people need my money, time, and effort more. I feel like this World card is telling me that you need to accomplish this while you're here, that you need to hit this milestone so you don't go to the end of your life saying, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? So I'm going to take this into the extension. We're going to talk a lot more about this. Look, the Sun is here. You're about to have a breakthrough here. I feel like this breakthrough comes with the World card, and all this energy of you feeling like you can't, or you should just move on from this. We'll talk about this Six of Swords here, moving on, because it's moving on is next to the Death card. And I feel like for some of you, you're about to just say, you know what, I don't have the time, effort, money, or whatever, you know, people are going to be mad at me if I start to take time away from what they're doing in order to do what I'm doing. We're going to talk about that a little bit and find out for some of you why you feel like you can't make your dreams come true. Because I feel like at this point, it feels like I'm talking to someone who, your life isn't bad. I feel like money's on point. I feel like you maybe have a lot of material things. I feel like maybe your relationships are good. You have friends, you have family, you have spouse, you have kids. Like, it's all fine, but I don't think you're really fulfilling your purpose. And so it feels like something is out of place. So we're going to talk about how you're going to reclaim your power. And we will talk a little bit more about this as well. If you'd like to come to the extension, the extended energies, you can find a pinned comment at the very top of all of the comments. There is a pinned comment. There is a join us in the membership area. That's where all the extendeds are. If you would like to try a private reading, please look at the links for Hypsee. Hypsee is where you can get me either for live private readings or for pre-recorded private readings. And I have put in some more packages there if you want to take a look at the pricing there. So if you'd like to come to the extended, please click on that link and I will see you there. And if this is where we part, then that's cool, because of course I'll be back. I'm always back. Love you, Scorpio, and I'll see you there. Or I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.